me do that. Hello, I'm Bryce. I'm the team lead for Team 7. And with me for this recording, I have Chandan, one of our participants in this data jam. And I'm just going to quickly introduce our project. Our project is the Blackfoot chat app. It came to us from the SFU Department of Indigenous Studies and Computer Science. It's part of the Blackfoot Restoration Project that's attempting to revitalize and grow the Blackfoot language. This is based on previous work. Previously, SFU has built a language learning app, a web page, which is shown here, for picking up the Blackfoot language by really imitation. A word will come up, you'll spell it out, or you'll match English vocab with Blackfoot vocab. We want to take this a bit further and develop a kind of story board for this. So this is the mock-up of our website, which is designed by Yo-Yo, another one of our participants who works as a designer. So you'd have the option to go through a story and select a story. And we really want to have a story element here because we thought it'd be very important to connect language with culture and ideally get a Blackfoot story in here. For our demo, we didn't have any time to attempt that. None of our members are Indigenous, never mind Blackfoot, but we just want to set the stage for that greater cultural participation with our language learning app as people go through a story, interact with the language, and learn a bit of the culture. We imagined a UI in which they could go, the story would appear slide by slide, and the words that they could interact with and hear recordings of would appear in a different color. And they could also submit their own recording and attempt to practice speaking the language with the keywords from the vocabulary. And we'll go more on that recording aspect at the very end. And how far we got, we're going to go right here. So here's our homepage for the Blackfoot app. We didn't get all the images in there, obviously, but we do have the UI that allows us to play the recordings and also send in our own voice recordings just by the start recording feature here. And the interesting thing about this project versus other one is this project, although it looks like just an app here, there's a data ingestion bit to it. So we're taking some data files that are .wav files hosted on S3, sourcing them to the user, and then being able to collect more audio files for more analysis, and even some sort of, if you've used Duolingo, you record you trying to say some word in French or something, it gives you thumbs up, thumbs down. We're imagining a similar UI for this, both to collect more samples of Blackfoot language and to go through and analyze them. And for the analysis bit, I'm going to pass the conch over to Chandan. Sweet. So Chandan, yeah, if you could go over for a minute and just let me know when you want me to scroll up or down and describe your data collection here.
Sure, if you can scroll up for a second. Basically, what we were planning to do here is take the recorded users trying to pronounce Blackfoot language and give them instant feedback on how their pronunciation lines up with the pre-recorded pronunciations. So if you can scroll down a little bit, we can firstly do some pre-processing on the audio files, but more importantly, we take the audio files and do some fast Fourier transforms on the data. If you can scroll down a little bit, that will give us a graph that kind of represents magnitude and frequency, which is really important in terms of isolating what sounds are kind of coming up and down when people are pronunciating words. Scroll down to the bottom. We can then take a look at our spectrogram, which gives us all the way to the bottom, a representation of the comparison between the upper graph, which is the pre-recorded value, and the bottom, which is our user recorded value. We can see some differences. And from here, we can do things like cosine similarity, which was a value calculated a little bit upper in the notebook, but we can give that as a response and let users know if they've come close to a pronunciation or not.
Excellent. Yeah, so that's all we have for you here. That's our 5-minute video. We're really excited with this project. It involved a lot more than just, I won't say just data science, but it involved a lot more of the more product building from data and that whole data ingestion kind of pipeline work that you'd see kind of end to end. So thank you very much. And again, we're Team 7 Blackfoot chat app.